Hey, witches. I'm on the laptop. I'm on the laptop. Let me kind of zoom in. And oh gosh, my belly is kind of sticking out because I got something in there cooking in there, some food cooking in there. I got some cabbages and meatloaf and stuff in there. But look, I hope to be a beacon of light and a tunnel of darkness for many of you. And I never will forget when I first came to YouTube, there weren't any African American witches on YouTube. I was the first to actually come out. And I remember holding my head down when I did the video because I was just waiting on somebody to attack me, but because my feelings were so out there, and it's not every day that you can just find an African American woman that comes out and say, "Hey, look, I'm a witch. I'm into the dark arts. I'm into necromancy, black magic." Because she fears being attacked, and then we've been taught to keep those things in secret. So I came out, and now I am actually excited to see that there are so many African American women coming out saying, "I am a witch. I am into black arts." But now the Caucasian women were on YouTube were always embracing their witchy talents and their witchy ways and their love for witchcraft or their dedication for witchcraft. And but they took me in. They took me in, and the male Caucasian witches welcomed me into the community. I never will forget. And when my first email came through, it was a Caucasian male witch that said, "Welcome to the community." I knew then that I didn't do anything wrong because I was so frightened. And so the Wiccans were the first ones to embrace me, and they gave me the courage to continue on. And then throughout my journey here on YouTube with the witches, more and more witches came out to embrace me. Some have gone in their own separate directions because people don't realize, even in the witch community, it's a broad study, just like it is in the doctrine of religion. You got your Catholicism, you got you Buddhist, you got your Buddhists, you have your Christians, you have many, you have your Jehovah Witnesses, Mormons. You see what I'm saying? And even in witchcraft, you got your solitary witches, you got your Wiccan witches, you got your black art witches, you got so many different witches. Witchcraft to me, a lot of people, said, "Well, congratulations, but you still stuck, just like you were when you were a Catholic." And I don't see it like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not stuck. I feel like I'm being true to my nature. Witchcraft to me is not any type of doctrine or religion. It's not. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a worship. What to me, my take on it is just a worship of nature. We worship nature, and it's so exciting to be able to. Chills just going up and down my legs and my spine. We can worship whatever we want to, and we worship organic things. We worship, the plant life, the moon, the stars, the quasars. You understand what I'm saying? And the animals and water and the oceans, the seas, the lakes, the rivers. Isn't that beautiful? We do not have to be embarrassed about our bodies. We can go out in public, stark naked, and have ceremonies. How beautiful is the craft? And it's not like what people think and what they've been shown on the Hollywood movies. Now, it may be some people in secret doing something. I don't know about that. I have not seen that yet. I'm just talking about what I have witnessed in my lifetime when it comes to witchcraft. If you really want to be witchy and get a taste of the witches and be amongst them, I heard that you should go to Massachusetts. I talked to quite a few witches in Massachusetts, and they have embraced me and welcomed me to Massachusetts, Salem to be exact. And it is my dream to one day be able to go up there and to the witches parade and partake in it, because we are some amazing people. Females, males, we are so amazing and we are so loving. We do get in our spats right now. There's a witchy war going on, back and forth with the witches and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's the only thing about it, that there is a sector, a black sector of YouTube of witches that's going back and forth. But it's really, when you think about it, it's not only futile, but it disrupts the entire reason we are witches and why we worship. You understand that nature itself. This is not what it should be. It shouldn't be this way. You see what I'm saying? We need to preserve, honestly, our energy, you understand, to do productive things. But some people, they just want, that's what they want. But I mean, I got to focus my energy. I mean, I am in a wonderful place right now where being able to just get things off my chest and say, fuck all of this shit. You're not going to put me in a mold. I want to talk about that. I refuse to go in a mold. Okay. And I want to have a separate video about that when I probably put that on my cell phone. But being able to say, just break out of whatever that was they were trying to put me in, and come out and be able to express what's been on my mind, what's been on my heart for so many years, and not being able to do it because I did not want to be judged or any of that. But it did happen. They judged me, they alienated me, and they ostracized me. You see what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's why witches don't even need to be fighting amongst each other. Because we already know we lonely. It's just true. Most of us are on YouTube because, people don't want to be around witches. They don't know you're a witch. They don't even know what is going on with you. But whatever your energy is you put out is undesirable to them. You see what I'm saying? Now, back in time, people like us, the witches and stuff, if we were in the right place, people think that witches would be honored and respected. People would come from long distances walking on their feet for healings and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And there were some places where witches were just banned and they would torture us and burn us. There's still some places like that now. But in our society now, the fact that we're not in touch with our spirituality, most of these people around us don't understand what this is. They don't understand it. So we're really unlikable people. People tend to distance themselves from us and they say we're full of drama. They come up with all kind of excuses because at the end of the day, they really don't know what it is about you that they don't like. They just don't like you. They'll come up with all kind of excuses and stuff, but people don't really supposed to be around witches. You know what I'm saying? Witches are supposed to be sought out in the dead of the night. Folks looking for us. Oh, I gotta put an earring in these ears. Y'all, I'm hoping to kill me a crow out there in my backyard, a few of them, so I can start making crow necklaces and stuff. I like the skull of the crow, and that's after I eat it, because I will consume it. I feel like I need to consume a portion of it, just like I consume a portion of frogs that I have. I'll eat that leg or something like that. I will consume a portion of it before I go out to actually use any of it, because I need to make it a part of myself. I said all of that to say, but I went off subject. That's because I'm rambling, but it's an excitement when you finally connect. And I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I'm around here now, and these people are just so unfamiliar to me. And I'm not a very sociable person. I'm very shy, and I really don't talk to people much. You understand? But when I talk to y'all over the phone, it's like I've been knowing y'all forever. It's not hard to talk to y'all. Miss Purple, Miss Wendy, all y'all. It's easy to talk to you. Miss Peaches. I call you Miss Peaches. Miss Georgia. Hey girl. It's just so easy. It's just like I've been knowing you all for centuries. And I just think all of us witches, no matter what color we are, make a beautiful rainbow of powerful supernatural beings. One thing about it, I do believe we are the falling angels. I do believe it because we, regular humans do not have the supernatural powers that we possess. We don't have it. I might lose y'all when I talk about that though, but I do believe we are fallen angels. I've talked to some witches that, remember their past lives and remember being stripped of their residence and sent down here. Some people think this place is purgatory. So, and some of us just choose to come here to work some deals out or what have you. It's just up to the witch to decide why she's here and whether or not she's going to take on a form and come back to a human, a butterfly, a tree, or whatever she decides she may want to come back to. You understand? Or he wants to be. Anyways, I just wanted to do this little quick, brief video, and wait a minute now. Don't think literally. You understand? I'm gonna go out and harm an adult or a kid and eat it. Some people just don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? And they want to make a big mountain out of a molehill. Those people can't be helped. You understand? But people want to know the witch. Yes, there are some witches that do crave, not all witches, but there are some witches that crave the flesh of little kids, little children. I think it's in our innate nature to feel that way, even though we may not have tasted. I don't care how you were designed and who sent you here. Your energy spirit is going to have a instinct of what you naturally are supposed to do. So not all witches, but there are some witches, and there's maybe regular people. There are some witches that will eat the taste the flesh of a human being or child. And I don't care what none of y'all say. I think we've all eaten it. Because you don't know what you're consuming if you weren't there to kill the animal. And it is found that a lot of those antizers that come in the frozen food section come from overseas, from China, where they are actually cooking rats. Now, I did see that video where somebody was showing me where they were like using a torch to burn the hairs off of fat rats and filleting them and shaking them up with flour and let them go as chicken tenders. I did see that. So if you're not killing your animals, your own self personally, you may be eating anything. We always call ground beef mystery because it contains a little bit of everything. I talked to a cattleman today, and it was a very interesting conversation. One day, I'll talk about that on another video. He swears that all of the ground beef is actually beef. He said he owns 500 cattle. I didn't believe him. He just sent me photos of them, and he actually got a whole lot of cattle for real. He got a lot. But anyways, and I was invited to the ranch, so when I go out there, I'm definitely going to take the handy camcorder with me. So I just wanted to just come in and just say that briefly, and I want to talk further on my cell phone. It's much more convenient. Okay, come visit me on Facebook, Anita Davis. My necromancy group is up and running. It's called A Study of Necromancy. Right at this point, is a closed group. I'm still working on it. If you have information that you would like to share in here, it's a study group where we will be studying amongst each other. We want to keep down the advertisement. We want to keep down the drama and focus. Want to focus primarily on the study of the dead from a spiritual aspect. How about that? Can we do that? So I want this to be a place because we had to do a little bit of cleaning up of witches. We had some Christians coming in there. I just didn't understand what they wanted to be in there for. So, they left. I didn't have to put them out. They left. And hopefully the people who come to the necromancy group are people who are actually thirsty for the necromancy and want to contribute more. This is your group, so feel free to post, create videos to do your own feedback. We're going to be doing some live streaming in there. If you want to do some live streaming, you can. We can do live chats. We're going to do a little bit of everything. It's going to be a study of necromancy. Okay? Bye-bye. Well, I'm trying to get this to stop, y'all.